here has never been here to New Orleans? Oh, I can lie to everybody? That's awesome. No, here in New Orleans and in Boston, we're only two states in the country that require us to be state board licensed. That means I'll tell you a bunch of bullshit, okay? I'm going to tell you the real history of the buildings, tell you why it's haunted, up for the ghosts to show themselves. I don't punch a button and make a ghost pop up. But we Southern. We like our pictures taken. So use your cameras and take pictures. And all the ghosts are pretty nice except for the very last one. Now, the reason why we start here is because of this building right here behind me. Every single one of you, no matter where you came from, has something in common with this building. You've all went and had brunch before, right? Everyone's went and had Sunday brunch. Brunch for the entire world started right here in this building. And it starts with the Bejoux. Mr. Bejoux, he's doing good in the old world. But here's, we got some weird animals out here. Him and his wife move out here, get the job at the French market, doing a pretty good job. But he remembers that his wife, she can cook all these new things. Buys this building, starts with the most important meal of the day, breakfast. And as people are eating that breakfast, they're like, man, this woman can cook. Let's see what she makes for lunch. Brunch has now been invented. And that's a cool new concept. Having breakfast foods with lunch foods gets the attention of the Kardashian of the day, Julian Eltrich. Now, Julian started a movie with Rudolph Valentino, has their own dress line, has their own makeup line. Julian's a cross-dresser. What better place to be a cross-dresser than right here in New Orleans then, now anytime in between? And when he passes away, he comes back here and starts haunting. Now people are in that brunch and they're hearing, yoo-hoo. They look.
Oh, wow.
Yoo-hoo. They look. Finally, someone tells them, listen, just tell him he's pretty, and that yoo-hooing will stop. Now, unfortunately, disease is a real problem, and Mr. Bejoux does pass away. But before he passes away, he gives the restaurant to the only other woman he knows can cook just as well, and that's his sister. And these are the Tujaks, and this is what this is now called. And Mrs. Tujak, oh yeah, she can cook. She cooks so well, she leaves time for her husband to invent something. Has anybody here ever had that old drink called the grasshopper? A few of you? Yeah. That was invented here too, for the 1902 World's Fair. We don't know what won first place. It won second. Well, we know what should have won, right? In fact, 4 weeks ago, we got the nod. We are best food in the world. We beat out Hong. He's so sad. He lost his wife. He lost his cook. And he mourns greatly for 3 full days. Yeah, because after 3 days, kitchen was up here. A little girl came downstairs and said, Mr. Tujak, you know I know all those recipes. I could cook just as well. Sure enough, she could. And within 3 months' time, she does everything just as well. She becomes Mrs. Tujak number 2.
Oh, wow.
Everything runs really well for them for quite a while. Eventually, they get older, pass on the restaurant. She gets older, she passes on. Now the big hauntings are starting here. Mrs. 1, not so happy with Mrs. 2. Are they on the same plane now? Yeah, they say if you come here early morning hours, listen up there, you might hear 2 ladies up there bickering about whose recipe is better and who he loved more.
Wow.
Now, unfortunately, when Hurricane Ida came through about 5 years ago, it did damage this building. We've worked on it quite a bit. It's looking pretty good right now. But Tujaks themselves had to move. But if you want to try one of those brunches or one of those grasshoppers, just go on down to the new Tujaks. They're right at the end of Decatur here and try one of those. Now, we are going to be moving this way. Someone in New Orleans once wrote, here in New Orleans, even our sidewalks got personality. Y'all have held that, right? So be careful. No tripping. That's paperwork from me, okay?
Right.
All right. Let's go this way, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, Miss. You all? All y'all. All y'all. Hey, Harry. Hey, Miss Brenda. What you been up to, girl? Just be real careful when you come around the corner here, okay? And watch from the back. We are on our ghost tour, y'all. We're on our ghost tour. And I'm taking y'all with me. You're all this group. Huh? No, I'm with them back there. I think you're a friend. 2 rebel girls up there, you different. I'm making family. Thank you, Care Bear. Hi, everybody. Oh. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
All right, this is called a lanyard. And a lanyard means a little something extra here in New Orleans. And a lanyard for me, it makes this accordion of my people back down to something manageable so I don't miss somebody down the way who's tired of their shoes and they're like, go Julie! For you all, because you haven't been here, it gives you a little bit more history of what you're looking at. Because there is so much history here. And this lanyard is about this big house here. Now this side here is the family side. 5 to 6 people live in it, maybe 10 if there's a lot of children. But it looks pretty impressive on this side. It's literally 2 windows wide. It's very narrow row house on this one. The main reason for this lanyard is this little half house that you're connected to. This little half house we call it dependency. Because the main house is dependent on it. Down in the lower levels, that is where your kitchen and your laundry room are, not in the main structure. Up above, those are enslaved quarters. And this is why I bring this up. Because
Wow.
people know about the enslaved being out on the plantations, don't know about the great number of enslaved that we had here in the city. These are the people that laid the bricks and did all the crafting, not these guys in their wigs. So as you walk around, start looking for these little half houses. They'll give you a lot more history about what you're seeing.
Wow.
There's a house over on Dauphine, has 5 of them stacked behind it, double high. We estimate that one house owned up to 60 individuals.
Wow.
Where those chairs are on that wall was on all the way up to the top. See a little bit of color all the way up to the top of those bricks. Not to keep New Orleans out, but that's to keep these people in. But some of these people, this is their entire existence, their entire life. And our very last story, we are going to talk about kitchen fire. So I want you guys to see the kitchen is not in the main structure of the shop here. But that's real fire, real sparks. They also store large amounts of oil or flour. So as bad as the kitchen fire is now, absolutely devastating back then. Any questions about this part here? You doing a good job?
There you are.
A lot of times people ask, what do we do with these now? We live in them. I, in fact, live in the kitchen area of one of these.
Wow.
Now, sadly, these were not made very well. They were made with no foundations. They were made just on a clay floor straight down. So to make it a modern apartment, they put glue and my hardwood floor on top.
Wow.
I put my appliances in. I got about a 3% grade hill in my living room. Yeah, don't
Wow.
be drunk in my house, I'm telling you right now. All right, y'all, let's get on this way. You okay if I come here? This is why I say pull forward. It gets real busy out here. Baby doll. Those are some nice shoes though. All right. Most of you have not been here. I'm going to go ahead and give you the quickest history of New Orleans. If you all check me up on this, you're going to realize I flip chapters, okay? There's a bunch of boring stuff in the middle. But 2 brothers, Cabildo and Iberville, they come down the river. They find the high ground. This here's the French Quarter. We are 2 feet above sea level.
Wow.
Everything around us is swampland. So to get the New Orleans that we have today, we literally do drain the swamps. Where the airport is, approximately 16 feet below sea level. This is why we flood. Oh, that's what?
Oh no, it's an inside joke. It comes from the Netherlands, but it's.
Oh, so you guys, okay, all right. So you guys are like, hey, I'll give you this. This is totally off of the script and everything. The man who made the pumps there for New Orleans went to the Netherlands to make your pumps. Yeah, so that's totally off script on that one. But anyway, 1718, Cabildo, one of the brothers, comes back down the river and finds the military fort of New Orleans at age 22. A few years later, he realizes everything rose. We should make this a colony. So he goes back to France. He's like, yo, dude, it's got somewhere cool. They're like, no, you didn't. We got reports. There's man-eating reptiles out there. You sweated places you never did or you drowned? Yeah, we're not doing that. He said, oh, come on. Those dang Spaniards are trying to take over. So we go back and we do like what England did with Australia. round up all the prisoners. But they're the French. They feel they're a little bit more dignified, so they give them a choice. Come here and be free, or meet your fate with the guillotine. Over 100 men decide the fate with the guillotine is a better way to go than coming here. With the men that come here, we don't have a colony, right? Yeah. Have a colony, you gotta have population. Have a population, you gotta have women. When we have women, those are the Ursuline nuns up the way. They're not gonna help us with that population problem. So we go back to France. We round up all the prostitutes. Handcuff them to a criminal, send them on over. We now have the colony in New Orleans. I just explained this, didn't I? Yeah, we know what we're at. We like to say we've come up, but it's the height of summer. We know where we're at.
Yes.
In the summer, we're building most of our buildings out of barge wood. Barge is what it sounds like. Bring the barge down the river. No motorization. Fill the barge. Great building material. We built one of those houses on the very corner over there. Everything's going good. We now do have a Catholic government. Governor has to go to Cuba for whatever reason, unless his Attorney General take over his house. Attorney General, he wants everybody to know what a good Catholic he is. So on March 21st, 1788, Good Friday, he lights one candle for every single saint he remembers. Oh, he's a good Catholic. He remembers 70. And then he goes off and has gumbo. 856 of our 1,000 buildings burned down in a single day.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, good Catholic, right? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. 1794, we're just finally rebuilding. Children playing with fire. Burn us down again. That bargeman house, no luck over there. Which brings us down to Pierre Jordan. Pierre Jordan is a Creole man, and Creole means born in the colonies. And Creole men are known for two main properties: impeccable manners and the way they treat their ladies. Double pedestal, triple pedestal. She's had burned out home like, oh, this would be a great place for my family home. Builds the beautiful house we still have today. Everything's going good. They have children. They're happy. One day, wife says, hey, I'm going to go and take the kids up river for about 5 days and they go visit the parents. You want to go?
Hey, Snake.
That does not sound like a vacation to him at all. He's going to stay here. First 2 days, he was okay. Third day, he bored. No Netflix, no video games, no sporting. He was still straight flush. That's damn near impossible. He's still excited. He goes all in. He's to the house. He's to everything and everybody inside. The man next to him calls for 2 cards. It's a royal flush. Oh yeah, he was into everything. He's like, you know, wait, my wife's gonna be mad. That wife was mad. What he did, grabs the kids, pulls them down to the church, gets herself an annulment with children in hand. Yeah, we can just see that priest seeing that woman come spitting out. He's like, nope, not today. There you go. Goes back, takes the kids. Now he's lost everything. He lost his honor, he lost his house, he lost his woman. Goes up to his parlor, takes his own life.
Wow.
The man who wins it doesn't want it. He's a plantation owner. Sells it to an Italian family who starts making macaroni out of it. Does anybody here have the old spaghetti factory where you came from? None of you? None of you? A couple of you? Great restaurant, 5 pounds of pasta, 1 city. That becomes the original old spaghetti factory. But in 2001, Muriel buys back the building. They bring it back up to the opulence that wasn't here in Jordan. But now as people are eating, they start getting folks in the roof. It's very beautiful. They bring in a medium. The medium's like, easiest job ever. Of course this is here in Jordan. There's a Creole man with impeccable manners. You made a dinner restaurant in his house and you didn't invite him to dinner? You're lucky you got manners not breaking things. So from that day on, we put out a table with a glass of wine. It's called the ghost table.
Wow.
Every night, that wine goes down. A lot of people think, oh, waiters and waitresses are drinking it. 2 decades in this town, we get free alcohol. Yeah, we don't think you guys do that. Maybe it's evaporating. You don't feel this, right?
Yeah.
We don't got a word for evaporation. We got, 100 plus words for moist, drippy, wet. No words for evaporation, but sure enough, it goes down. Now, I'm going to show you that ghost table from afar. Tomorrow, if you guys are in town, go into Muriel's. Go get a drink at the back bar. Go see the ghost table up close, and go up the stairs to the left. Follow them all the way up and go as far to the right. You will then enter into the parlor that Pierre Jordan did have his gate and did take his own life. And we have restored that up to full opulence.
Wow.
You're really brave though. Thanks to $50 reservation, you can actually sit and eat the ghost.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, we're doing it. All right, let's go look at this table here.
Hey, everybody. What's up? Hey, hey. We are on a ghost tour in New Orleans.
So right there, right on the other side of the red velvet, the white linen table, that is the ghost table. I'm glad that they stood right there in front of y'all, but that is the ghost table.
Wow.
And this is a great restaurant. If any of you have any kind of dietary needs, celiac, or vegetarian, anything like that, they can't be cared for all those. I probably want to sit at one of these tables so we all go look at you too.
Wow.
So it's the very back one with the white linen through the door on the other side of the red velvet.
Wow. Excuse me. Ooh, the earth feels lovely. Now, y'all, we are at the church that we were at the other day. The St. Louis Cathedral, which is beautiful. So, you better shut up. You don't run nothing.
Just trying to get to the wrong group. I've lost 20 people over there. There's like 3 groups converging. We all the groups for that. All right, make sure. Everybody got their buddy? Everybody found someone? All right. This is kind of a weird question if it's not about you. But do I have anybody here that watched the originals? Me. You? You? Yeah? Okay. So, like I said, weird question. The originals is a fan fiction of the Vampire Diaries. It's about the original vampire that was ever born. He's a cross between a werewolf and a vampire. So, of course, he came here. I will show you that like it, the 4 film sites that they actually filmed out here. Most of it was filmed in Georgia, but I will point out those buildings that they did the exteriors on. And so to give you on this one, that's the bench they died on. Oh, look at, she's like, hey, I'm going. If you look right underneath, there is a plaque that says it on the crossbar down. You see it? And so, yeah, spoiler alert, they died. Okay. That one there. Yeah, that one there, yeah. And I will, don't worry, every time that we talk about that, I always have something else I can talk about. You'll stay right here? Yeah. It's okay. I didn't see it. All right.
I see.
You guys get that? You're like, oh yeah. Okay, I'll let y'all get that. We're gonna go over this.
I did too.
Hey, how you doing? I got 7,000. Doing pretty well. So glad that the storm decided not to storm. I thought all you guys were coming in for a hurricane.
I did too. I thought we was gonna flood.
Yeah, I flew back last night and we were a 2-hour delay because of it. I flew back from Vegas yesterday. Oh, red light. Isn't that core memory, man? That's like, whoop! All right. Come on in, come in. Bunch of room over here. I hear they're pretty nice. They haven't, like, yeah. Come on over this way. You everyone? All right. Okay, you all been down here, okay? Earlier, it's beautiful. You know, got all the artists. Oh, it's absolutely haunted. Yeah, remember how we were founded, right? A bunch of criminals. Yeah, we don't have any entertainment. So what do? Public humiliation and execution.
Wow.
2,000 executions happened right behind me.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
if you're still an app or something, we're not going to execute you, but we're going to put you in the stocks for about 2 hours and let the citizens of New Orleans do anything they want to you.
Oh, gosh.
As long as they don't physically damage you. That leaves a lot open for interpretation, though.
It does.
So the most common thing that would be thrown and smeared upon you, feces, urine, rotten seafood, entrails of animals, teach you not to steal again. But you do. Or you do something else, now we're going to execute you. And a lot of people think, oh, the guillotine, the French Quarter. Now y'all feel this humidity, right? Swells that wood, blade gets stuck, doesn't slide down. Boo, hiss, no entertainment in that. So our most popular way of execution is hanging. Bring it out, tie your hands behind your back, have you step up onto a block and kick the block out from underneath you. What if you're the lucky one? We tie your rope a little longer, make sure it's not tied correctly. So when you fall, you give up to 8 minutes of entertainment for everyone to see.
Wow.
Now, there were some executions lasting 3 and 4 days. We're not going to get into that.
Oh,
That
wow.
sounds like why we're probably haunted. The main reason we're haunted, though, we're Catholic, yeah. We do not allow our priests to give the prayer of last rites. As a Catholic, you don't get the prayer of last rites. You roam in purgatory for eternity. The gates to hell nor heaven will open for you. Now, there was one priest called Père Anton, whose alley that is named for, and he would come sometimes under cover of fog and give those last rites to those people he thought didn't deserve such a bad hereafter. And so if you would come around here on a foggy night, listen out here. A lot of times they say you can still hear him out there singing that old song, Kyrie Eleison, as he checks the bodies. Now, this priest, he came here from Spain. He came here to bring the Inquisition. We're a bunch of criminals. I don't know what he was thinking. Yeah, we don't like him. He doesn't like us. It's a rat.
Is that
It's a rat.
a rat?
That's the Mississippi right there, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a rat. They're well fed. Don't worry. They're not gonna attack y'all. On this one here, they'll give you your scary. On that one there. So we go ahead, and with this one here, he goes ahead. He comes here, and he brings the Inquisition. But we don't like him. He goes over to Cuba. He goes over to Cuba. He lets his Attorney General go ahead and stay here on this one here. Now the Attorney General, he's not like anybody else either. He's not like him. Here on top, he comes back. When he comes back, he realizes maybe torturing people was not the way to bring you to God. It might have been the rum he found over there also, though. With that one there. He comes back here and starts giving sermons here at the beautiful St. Louis Cathedral.
Wow.
This is the oldest continuously run cathedral in the United States.
Yep.
As he's giving these sermons, though, he notices there's a young woman in the front row. Almost every single sermon. This young woman, Marie Laveau.
Oh Lord.
Now, Marie Laveau, our voodoo queen, you're like, whoa, 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 what is she doing in the Catholic Church? Here in New Orleans, we practice New Orleans voodoo, highly entrenched within the Catholic Church on this one here. And so with it being highly entrenched in the Catholic Church, a lot of people are thinking, oh, voodoo, dark, scary, evil. No, it's a religion of protection, love, light, and healing. In 1724, we wrote a code book here called the Code Nord, Black Code. It tells us how to govern our enslaved. We tried this much better. One of the chapters is everybody gets Sunday off because everybody had to be a Catholic. But after the enslaved went to church, they were allowed then the rest of the day off to earn their own money to buy back their freedom and also to study their old religions, as long as it looked a little Catholic. So Marie Laveau, a very, very good person, almost considered a saint here with her healing powers. It is rumored she had 15 children. All these 15 children, she did name 2 after herself. So that whole voodoo thing is like, oh, she's an old lady, now she's a young girl, must have used dark voodoo. No, you got 15 kids, used the George Foreman way to start naming your children. If you don't know who he was, he named all 15 of his kids George, even the girls. On that one. So of course our priest and our voodoo queen, they become very good friends. They're seen many a night walking up and down this alley, sharing a bottle of that rum. He talks about ways to pray for someone, heal their souls. She talks about salves and herbs, heal their bodies. Together, they're making the citizens healthy.
Wow.
You guys don't want this. You want ghost stories. 1988, there's a man and he drunk. He walking this way. He don't know where his hotel is. That's the Mississippi. And as he's walking, he bumps into a young woman. He don't care. He drunk. He just keep on walking. Sure enough, tap, tap, tap. Young woman with a very French accent says, Monsieur, you all bumped into me. He don't care. He drunk. He's gonna keep on walking. Sure enough, tap, tap, tap. Monsieur, slap on the face. This is a good one too. Stuns him, shakes it off. She gone. Somehow he makes it to his hotel, falls into bed. Next day he wakes up, not feeling so good. Looks himself in the mirror. Big old red mark. He's thinking, oh gosh, I really don't feel good. Ends up sleeping the whole next day. Next day he wakes up, he's like, okay, New Orleans, let's do this. Looks himself in the mirror, red mark's even worse. He's thinking, oh gosh, I can't keep walking like this. So he goes to urgent care. All the doctors are like, somebody got you real good last night, huh? We don't know what you want to do about it. Let's see your primary in a week if it doesn't heal. He's thinking, I can't keep walking around like this. So as he's walking back to his hotel, he passes a voodoo store. He's like, might as well try it. Sure enough, that bell doesn't stop ringing. The woman's like, oh, you met Marie Laveau. He's like, I did meet Marie Laveau. She's been dead hundreds of years. She's like, sir, I'm going to stop you right there. With that attitude, I can already tell you disrespected her. He's like, well, how would I apologize to someone like that? So, well, she likes her rum. But she don't want that bottle of mist stuff. She wants the stuff up on top. You go buy her a bottle of that, take it out to her crypt and apologize. He does that. Next day, Mark's gone.
Wow.
So if you guys are out here drinking and stuff, just use your manners. We a tourist town. That's an expensive bottle and a whole other tour you got to take your family on. Okay?
Right.
Now, before we leave this spot here, I'm going to give you the fun fact of the day. Probably the only thing that any of you will remember out my tour, for real. But how can you tell that is a French-faced clock?
It is the number 4. Only in France do they do the number 4 as 4 lines. Everybody else does the IV. That's not your fun fact. Here's your fun fact. Rolex watches uses French faces. If you ever go buy a Rolex and it has an I and a V, it is a fake Rolex. Make sure it has the 4 lines. See, that's a good tip. Like everyone's like, I'm gonna remember that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good fun fact. Did you know that?
Nope.
No.
Didn't know that.
You know, it is true.
He's always brand ambassador. Out of Miami. He's like, Mom, have people check their watches. I'm like, they don't wear Rolex.
I hope y'all are enjoying this. Can y'all hear her okay? Can y'all hear her okay while she's talking?
Who am I being filmed to?
My YouTube live channel.
Your YouTube live?
Yes.
Make sure you send me a link so I can see myself.
I sure will.
I'll be like, oh God. What's your name on it, baby?
FLAVA.
FLAVA?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have y'all this way. I mean, I don't mind you look at me. I don't know now. All right. This here is called the Cabildo. And one of the most important things in United States history happened right here. Louisiana Purchase was signed. Without the Louisiana Purchase being signed, we'd be a completely different country. That gave us from New Orleans to Canada over 14 different states carved out of that one purchase. But it's called the Cabildo because this was the Spanish seat of government. And being the Spanish seat of government, this is where the executioner lived. Jail was around the back. Jail held 350 people. We say people because as long as you were ages 10 and above, you could be tried, jailed, and executed.
Wow. 10?
Yeah. And jail cells not segregated anyway. Men, women, and children, all ages, races, and religions in the same jail cells.
Oh my
Not a good
gosh.
place to end up on that one there. But this now doubles as a couple things, and one of them is an archive. Those men are writing diaries. There's nothing to do, but they're historical, and we can't throw them away, so we keep them here. And one of those diaries is from a man upriver. He writes, "Today is my daughter's 10th birthday. It's a day of much celebration." She's basically an adult. I've asked her what she would like. Would she like a new pony, or would she like a new dress from Paris? She stated, "No, Papa, I do not want a pony, but I would like that new dress from Paris to watch my first execution."
Wow.
They take her to the party palace of the day, and there in the margins it said she got her full 8 minutes of entertainment. Oh, wow. It also said that she chose to watch 14 more executions that day.
What?
That's a creepy little girl. I want a pony at 10. Yeah, on that one there. The only other thing I found out about her in the back of that diary, her father did note that she was married twice. Both husbands died mysteriously.
Oh,
You
wow.
don't even have to be a ghost anymore. Oh, that's shocking, right?
Wow.
This here also holds one of our more beloved ghosts. This is Henry. Henry, after World War II, had a hard time finding a job. Gets a job here. Freaking loves it. Best job of his life. He puts on those squeaky gum shoes a day, you know, little clip-on tie, record keeper. And what a record keeper is back for technology. Let your boss know you're doing your round. You pull a key out, turn it, makes a clack mark on the piece of paper. Turn the piece of paper. Boss knows you did your rounds. 1983, Henry's doing his rounds, drops dead of a heart attack. Everyone's so sad. But nobody told Henry. Henry likes his job. HR loves him more now. No
Wow.
PTO, no sick leave. Here he is, day after day. And if you go here to this museum, you might hear him and his squeak, squeak, squeak. Or his clack of his record keeper. But most people, they recognize him by their nose. Henry liked to smoke cigarettes. So if you're in there like, ooh, somebody's vaping, nice firm voice, you say, "Henry, we don't smoke in the buildings." Immediately, that smell goes away, and you know that you've experienced Henry.
Wow.
Now, we are going to be walking down this alley. This is called Pirates Alley. There is gullies that go down the middle. Be careful of them. Those are our original latrines. Bathrooms. I'm not telling you that they're not still in use, okay? If you trip, double ick, okay?
Ugh.
Don't trip in those. We're also going to be passing a little bar. We are not planning on stopping at. It is an absinthe bar. So if you want to try absinthe while you're out here, that is where you want to try. They are cash only, and absinthe is a very slow pour, which is why we don't stop as a group. And also, absinthe is 90% alcohol, not 90 proof. Tastes like black licorice. I would never get you all to the end if we did that.
Oh, wait.
So, yeah. But I understand. It's New Orleans. Y'all grown-ups here. If somebody really needs to stop at the bar, send an emissary. Send one of you. We're going to be going 2 houses away and then to Bourbon Orleans. Put a tracker on somebody, okay? All right, y'all. Let's go. Where are you going?
Arkansas.
Oh, fun town.
Yep.
Oh, fun town too.
I'm going to get in the middle here.
So what is, you said this is where they use the bathroom?
This was the original. See, look at the preset indoor plumbing. When it came out,
This is the
they
pit
didn't
here in the
care.
middle.
They didn't care. Now, occasionally they would clean out these gullies, and the job of these, the men that would clean this, the name of their job was called the honey dippers.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Mom, I got a job as a honey dipper. Yep, you're out.
Oh, Lord.
Just
Harry, I want to try some now.
What?
I want to try some. I want to try some of this absinthe or whatever she called it.
Careful with
Better
that.
take it to
I
go.
know
Make
it.
you hallucinate.
What? It can make you
It has
hallucinate.
wormwood
It
in
has
it.
wormwood, but it is not
Yes, ma'am.
hallucinogen like spiders or bats.
Right.
So like I said, we had gullies going this. We had open sewage. You know when you see? That's a palmetto bug. Yes. Yeah.
I call it a cockroach.
It's a roach family, but they don't clean house. They're a swamp bug. They only eat algae and water. But so with the hallucinogen, with the absinthe, and like I said, open sewage and stuff. And have you ever seen Van Gogh? It has that gold light around it.
Yeah.
That's the absinthe.
I
It just
see.
makes the world a little bit nicer looking. Give you a little bit of euphoria when we have open sewers.
Wow.
Yeah. And the reason
Any
why
port in
Van
a
Gogh
storm,
went crazy
so to
was not
speak,
because of
yeah.
the absinthe. It's because he mixed it with turpentine.
What?
That'll make anyone.
Yeah, that'll make anyone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pirates.
All right, I'm gonna put you on this wall right here.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Look at this wall. Yeah, my dad was homicide vice through Connors detective when I grew up. So you wonder. But you really don't have to do a lineup because you guys know this well too well. You're a lineup. Uh-huh. We're looking at you. All right. Did I lose anybody to the bar? No? I think so. There's people in there. It is cash only. This is it's cash only. It's if you do look at absinthe, there is the absinthe house over on Bourbon Street, but they are very busy, so they do a fast pour. To get a really good absinthe, you want a slow pour. That's why I recommend you all go there. But again, Pirates Alley. That in the Pirates Alley, pretty well fortified. You have the church, you have the armory and everything up there. But this in the Pirates Alley, they're letting their pirates do what they want. And pirates are giving to the poor and stuff. But pirates are pirates. The pirates we have now are the same pirates that we had back then. They just have better weapons now. And we all understand what pirates do for a living, right? They steal things. That's their whole job. Have you ever heard of that term for stolen goods being a fence? That's the fence. Yeah, they might look at you like, oh, that's a lovely frock. Did you get it off the fence? A fence literally means receiving stolen pirate loot.
Wow.
But not all these deals go good. Sometimes they go bad. And now it's time for a duel. And historically, duels happen right behind the church here in St. Anthony's Garden. And a duel, you know, is with the sword or saber. You start fighting, first blood, honor's been restored, shake hands, go have a drink. It's so much for honor, the priests are the referees. And that's all good during the French rule. That's all good during the Spanish rule. But then as Americans take over, and we all know what we like. Or pew-pew. Yeah, the priests are like, no, we are not having gun battles behind the church. Somebody's going to die. Plus, those weapons are highly inaccurate. He's worried about him himself. You know, listen, y'all want to go have a gun battle? You want over to Mr. Allen's plantation. Mr. Allen, he all about that. He can plant 2 oaks properly spaced. You want to see Allard Plantation, see how big some of these plantations were close here to the city? Head on over to City Park. City Park is Allard Plantation. To let you know just how big that is, it's 130 acres larger than Central Park in New York City.
Wow.
That's a big piece of land. Well, let's get back over here to these schools. All right, men, I got a question for you all here, okay? Men that have been out drinking all night long, not doing good in the love department, come up with the very best ideas. Wow, it got quiet, huh? Nobody's ruining their family vacation. Yeah. Well, that sounds like that's not a very good idea. But that's what these two men do. They jump the fence. They pull out their swords. They start sword fighting. They have no referee. The one gets overzealous, hits his friend in the arm. It's an artery. Yep, we're going to die. And we all heard that was not a good idea. That was silent here. And they say if you come about midnight, look against the wall of the church, you just might see him holding his arm, look of disbelief over the senseless death of this. Now, when we go around, I am going to try to show you, I'm going to show you a few more things to look down there. And one of them is our Jesus statue. We call him Touchdown Jesus! Because we used to have you all pray for the saints, but we know how well that works for us here on that one there. So we just have you all pray for us because they gave us Taylor Swift during Halloween last year and the Super Bowl during Mardi Gras. We don't know what they have in store for us.
Oh, Lord.
But look at the shadow that the Jesus puts on the wall. It looks like the shadow is holding up the roof of the cathedral. Ta-da! But if you guys are all bent, you guys are following me around 100 plus degree, I'm just going to go with that. Look at that shadow a little bit different. It becomes the head of a girl. The hands become the ears, the head becomes the mane. If you were a Toys R Us kid, that's Jeffrey.
Wow.
Nice, right? Archdiocese's going to come out one day and get me on that one. All right, let's go on this way. And I do will call this the trifecta of New Orleans. You want to go to anywhere? Trashy diva lingerie, the church, and the absinthe. There you go.
Right.
Trifecta, man.
Baby.
Yeah, this is New Orleans right here. Yeah, we'll go around and take it.
She's a good tour guide, y'all.
Yeah, Trashy Diva, we are literal. That's actually what they sell. We do have a restaurant called Chicken and Sides.
Check it out,
Very, very
y'all.
literal with our stuff.
Check it out. Trashy Diva.
Great mix of stores.
Now, if y'all don't want to see the draft, don't look for the draft because you will never, ever unsee my draft.
Oh my goodness.
You get the draft? Yeah, Jeffrey's there.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Lord.
It does look like a giraffe.
It does, I know.
Y'all check it out.
It does. Oh my God.
Check it out.
I said, our
That's
Shisey's one day
so
going to come out and get me.
We just need more cameras. We'll be so much happier.
That's
Everybody
insane.
see it that wanted to see it? Yeah, okay. Here comes some of our music. It's a good night. The day after a storm is always so nice here. Storm? Oh, yeah, remember that hurricane? Oh. You almost were flying into a hurricane. It dissipated at the very last moment, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I thought we were going to get at least one or two, and that's okay. Look at you guys are so cute.
That's the Jesus statue, y'all.
Okay.
Let me show you.
Who's staying here at the Bourbon Orleans? None of you? Oh yeah, because that's haunted. I can do 90 minutes of tour right here, and that's boring for all of us here. So I'm just going to hit on the highlights. But because we don't have any children in this group, I am going to give you one good result. Okay? But here was the first African-American congregation of nuns in the United States.
Wow.
It goes on to become the second convent, started by a woman named Henrietta DeLille. She is one miracle away from being the first African-American saint. So if you ever do stay there, we ask if something happens, you let the front desk know. We hope we haven't lost our miracle and somebody went back home, but yeah, my water turned to wine. Wow, what a great haunting. You know, we lost her miracle, so hopefully, if that happens, she gives us another one. Now, being that it is a convent, it doubles as an orphanage, because every single year, every summer, for decades, yellow fever would hit the city. Summer of 1853, 10,000 of the 50,000 people that live here died in 2 months. This creates a huge need to have an orphanage. And so being an orphanage for these little girls here is very
That was that statue right there, y'all.
but we just have that thing.
Right there.
Single day. They have clean sheets, linen. They're getting schooling. For some of these little girls, they never got any of that. So when disease does come and rears its head for a few of them, they don't know what's in there after. This is paradise on earth. So they stay. If you ever do stay there, you might hear a bunch of little girls running up and down the hallway. You look out, no one's there. Or they play their favorite prank on you. They make it look like you peed your bed.
What?
Go take a drink of water, go sit down nightstand, go brush your teeth, come back. Glass is there. Water's poured on your bed. Hear a bunch of little girls laughing in the closet. You look. No one there. Now it does become a hotel later, and we're going to go back to when it first became a hotel. But when it was a hotel in the early 80s, there's a couple and they're doing it the right way. They're waiting for marriage and everything. They go to the church, they get married, they take their second line up the Bourbon Street, and the new husband, he's like, hey, they get us the 6th floor. You ready to go? She's a shy thing. She's like, oh, no, not ready yet. A few more drinks in, she's like, okay, let's go to the 6th floor. They go upstairs to the 6th floor and they start entertaining. About 2 minutes in, and she goes, hey, he screams. She's like, excuse me, 2 minutes? That's what I get the rest of my life? He says, no, honey. Did you see the nun sitting at the end of the bed?
What?
Like, no, somebody told me about baseball, but let's not use a nun, okay? They start entertaining again. Now she sees the nun, and the nun starts screaming at them. Oh yeah, that's the end of that, honeymoon. Pick up, we're gone. Time to go on that one.
Oh, wow.
Come to find out that the 6th floor is where they would put the novice nuns up in there. And so she doesn't understand that this is a hotel now on this one here. And so she's there to stop that. And they say if you want to stay in that room, you can. You got to sign a waiver for it. And there is one thing, and like I said, we're going to go a little adult. You okay on this one?
Mm-hmm.
There is a loophole to keep the nun away from you. Woman's got to be on top. You
What?
got to know that you're in charge. Yeah, on there. But let's go back to our standard thing here. Well, like I said, this here became a hotel right here. And when it became a hotel, honestly, we used to have a system in place called facade. And we would have dances, balls right there on the second floor. Now, with these facades, we were bringing young girls about 16 years of age, dress them in beautiful gowns. These young girls are 1/4 to 1/8 black. They're legally black. They're not allowed to marry a white man. But men from the surrounding countryside would come, hopefully bringing their sons. Sons are getting a little frisky, and they get them a young legal mistress. The men want their own young legal mistress, so they come down by themselves. They come in and pick out the girl of their choice. Go downstairs, and there'll be a room of lawyers. These lawyers would sign a contract between the gentleman and the young girl. Most of these contracts last about 2 to 3 years when he found somebody proper to marry. But when he broke that contract with the young girl, she got her freedom. She also got the house that they're living in and everything inside, including the servants. So during those 2 to 3 years, mama, daddy, brother, sister, cousins would be brought into the house. It was a legal way that we tried to give families their freedom here in New Orleans without breaking the laws of the land.
Wow.
Now they do say that sometimes they hear those balls going on upstairs. They open up the doors and there's a girl in a beautiful dress dancing. She sees you. She runs and hides behind the curtain. Look behind the curtain. There's nobody there. Well, we do believe this young girl will be living one of the most beautiful days of her life when she looked like a princess and danced underneath the chandelier at the Bourbon Orleans. Now,
Wow.
one last one to give you here. You guys think it's hot now? Come in August. In August, we have a thing called a Hex Festival. All the witches of America come here for a conference. Hey, you remember
Ooh.
that old witch movie?
Yes, yes.
Right there, don't worry. All you warlocks are invited too, okay? But if you come and you're not coming, we tell you, be careful about what you say about witches. Because here, they're not going to turn you into a mouse, they're going to turn you into a frog. And you all know what we do with our frogs here, right? Yeah, we eat them, yeah. If we can batter it, we eat it here. Princess Tiana got our only good frog on that one there. And if any of you watched the HBO drama, Your Honor, that was filmed right there too. All
Wow.
right, you ready to go? Any questions? We good?
You're good.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna show y'all this again. I'm gonna show y'all this again, okay? There was that statue right there. Excuse me. There was that statue right there. Can y'all see it? That's what that was. Ooh, it felt good right there. Breakfast po' boys seafood. Trying to catch up here with my girls. Had to catch up here with y'all.
All right, y'all get up here. Y'all doing good? I know, I see all that tennis elbow starting. Yeah. And then move forward because there's another tour group coming right behind y'all. Yep, there we go. Keep going. All right. I know we have a few original fans, but do we have people that are into the vampires? Is it just vampires?
Yes,
Vampires,
us.
all those that are not raising their hand, you take your note around you?
And rights.
And rights, okay. Now, so, vampires. If you are into the vampires, right across the street here is the Vampire Cafe. They
Ooh.
sell blood bags of sangria. Yeah, we say they're in the blood bags. That way our vampires can walk around with their own bags of blood and look like a tourist. If you're really into vampires, right behind it is a vampire boutique. They have a fang smith. They'll make you custom
Yes.
fangs.
Yes.
So yeah, so look at that on there. We're gonna let this group go by here, and then we're gonna go on. And if you guys are really into vampires, this is one of them. Our whole vampire here is actually a woman. She's supposedly 300 years old. Last year, she opened up her own concept. They were like, she owns this, but she opened up a woman vampire cottage restaurant. It's called the Apothecary. It's down on St. Anne. Amazing place to go. They are open until 1. They got drinks that change colors. They have psychics and things like that. And I say the 2 best things that they have there to eat is a purple velvet cake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know purple. I was like, ooh. All right, go. Let's go to this side. And now you're in the front.
I want me some fangs made. I want me some fangs made.
They left and they never came back and no one knows why. Well, the buffalo, when they were let yeah, but you back? Hey, baby. Good to see you. She just performed in New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's amazing, amazing, amazing. Make
Okay.
sure you guys walk back, you stop and see her.
Okay.
She's really, really good. All right. This is my laying out. This is where I check up on y'all. How we all doing with the heat?
We good.
We doing good? Nobody's feeling anything?
Nope.
If you start feeling something, let me know. Tingling, anything like that. I say this, y'all think that we're out here and we're okay. I passed out from my tour 2 weeks ago, okay? So, I'm checking on you for a reason.
Yeah.
I did have an emergency air conditioning I carry with me now, so let me know if something starts happening. You start feeling really off.
Mm-hmm.
But this laying up is always about some extra history. This house right here, that house right there. Remarkably different than the rest of the French Quarter. This is because of FDR. FDR is making a new deal. He's making a modern America. He looks here at the French Quarter and says, that's a sad port town. Tear the whole thing down. They tear down that building and that building and built these 2 houses. These are the show homes. This is what the French Quarter is supposed to look like. In 1936, there's a woman named Elizabeth Werlein. She makes the Boo Parade Commission. The Boo Parade means Old Square. It makes all 78 blocks of us historic districts. Tells us what we can and cannot do with our buildings. That's why we have doorways, bathrooms. Someone in the 1800s got a great deal on green paint. Yep, that's what we got now. But without that Boo Parade Commission, this here is what the French Quarter will look like.
Oh,
You
no.
would not be following me around for that. But I will let you know, number 813, that was Truman Capote's. And the one right there on the top there in the corner, right above Samar, that was Tennessee Williams. That's where he rode for a streetcar named Desire. The streetcar named Desire used to roll down Royal to our Desire neighborhood.
Wow.
So now our streetcars are cemetery, city car, not as cool as Desire. But remember we rode those, we had, I can't trifecta it. So we had those 2 great fires in less than a decade. We made a new law. Everything must be built next to the sidewalk. So we don't have fire hoses, we have bucket brigades. That way the bucket brigades go up and down. We also no more vegetation, no trees. We have carriages, lanterns, they crash into your tree, burn down your house, burn down your tree and everything. And what do? Flip everything backwards. Everything you see here is essentially the backs of all these buildings. Over in the business side, it's set up to be storefronts and things like that. Over in the residential, set up for tourists, your guests, and things like that. Everything in the back, that's our formal gardens. That's our formal parlors. So, as a local, I'm going to tell you, go to the back. Always go to the back, because the back is essentially the front of the house. And you're going to find better seating, better drinks, cleaner bathrooms. For some reason, you can't be back there at that store or that restaurant. Remember, we sell them. You see old honey chocolate on? Oh, not this one here. So always go to the back. All right, let's keep on continuing. For her on that.
I will.
But you don't treat your queen. So why you bless me with words of sweet thinking to get your fun. I'm sorry, my baby. Make sure you get my sign so you can find this song on the internet. It's called That Woman. It's on my album Breaking Shadows.
Y'all go check her out. Go check her out.
I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Have a blessed night.
You
Enjoy the rest of your
too.
tour.
You too.
I'm sorry, my baby.
Oh my word. I'm gonna put y'all on like a rope. Alright, originals people. Michelson's house. Yeah, the Michelson's house for the original people. The people that haven't watched the originals, I know sometimes the voodoo stores look a little intimidating. That right there is Sassy Magic North. That's a cold store. It's pink with a disco ball, okay? Not intimidating at all. So if you're looking for readers, they do usually have amazing readers at that place right there. Okay, do we got all of our pictures? Yeah.
This is beautiful, y'all. Beautiful.
You need to watch the originals.
It is beautiful. The originals, y'all. The originals. We are going to the LaLaurie Mansion, I think. We're going to the LaLaurie Mansion. Y'all know the slave owner who killed all those slaves. Yeah, we going there. We going there. Ooh, what is that? Constock Fence Hotel. Oh, wow.
Don't worry, we're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk a little bit more about something else first. Alright. Y'all doing good back there? Okay. We're over halfway done. Okay. Before we talk about what y'all looking at, I want to talk a little bit more about that Boo Crate Commission, what we can and cannot do. We have balconies come out halfway. Galleries come out all the way. Have these lovely poles. Look at the top of the pole. See those spikes up there?
Mm-hmm.
They go all the way down. Those are called Romeo and Juliet spikes. Daddy's got girls upstairs. He don't got no security. So he puts those on. Boys climb up a Romeo, they slide down to Juliet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And with the bouquet, we can't take those down. So as you walk around New Orleans, start looking up, you'll know who had girls upstairs.
Wow.
That one there. And with the bouquet, like I said, can't take them. These are medium. I've seen really long ones for those rebellious girls that they have. I know it looks like it's pretty easy to avoid them. Going up, but when you have Daddy chasing you with the shotgun, you might hook something.
Yes, you may.
Now I just see y'all look at this beautiful house here. Not haunted. But Elvis Presley did stay at the top turret, and Harriet Beecher Stowe wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin from the property that was there previously. But everyone usually talks about the cornstalk fence. Man from Iowa marries his bride and says, "Baby, we're moving to New Orleans." She's like, "Oh God, no. Please don't make me go." I said, "Don't worry, we come back in 20 years. 20 years comes to go, he's doing good in business, he got that big old pretty house. He don't want to leave." She starts crying every night. "I miss the corn of Iowa. If I could just look out and see the corn." So on Valentine's Day, he commissions out their fence for her. She missed the corn? No. That's a catalog item. It's the most expensive thing in the catalog. And she made him pay for keeping her here.
Wow.
Get out to Garden District. There's a woman out there. She got herself a whole block of it. But I will tell you that this woman, she was scared of ghosts. And the way that we know that she was scared of ghosts is that the keyhole's flipped upside down. Ghosts are stupid. You flip the keyhole over, they don't know how to get in. They'll go lay down where they came from. And she's scared of the ghosts at the Andrew Jackson Hotel. Now, the Andrew Jackson Hotel, before it was a hotel, was the first U.S. District Court in the United States. It's where we tried Andrew Jackson for war crimes after the Battle of New Orleans. Okay. Now, Andrew Jackson, he hears the English are coming. We don't got enough, man. He goes to the pirates and like, "Yo, pirates, y'all French, right? Help us out." They're like, "Give us a pardon." They're like, "Done." Still don't got enough men. We go to Tennessee and Kentucky and get the men with the long guns. We get enslaved men of color. We get free men of color. We get cannons that have women only on the cannon.
Wow.
We are now the motley group of Americans that we are. Here come the English. Line up in their red coats, march forward, boom, we take out their first line. They're like, wait, they didn't mean to do that. They come a second time. Line up in their red coats, march forward, boom, we take them out again. They're like, wait, they didn't mean to do that. Because they come the third time, go to march in, the men know what's going on now. They come running to New Orleans. They're like, yeah, the war's over. Andrew Jackson's like, no, we all talk funny. I don't know who we are and who they are. He doesn't get rid of martial law. Before that, they charge him $1,000. When he becomes president, they give him back that $1,000. Remember, they're trying him for war crimes at the district court because they said we fought dirty. Because the way you used to fight back then is you march in, you march in, you march in, then you squabbled in the middle. We learned to fight from the natives. We hid. They lose 10,000 men. We lose 71.
Wow.
They said we fought dirty, and the term dirty Americans came from there. I
Wow.
think we were pretty smart Americans back then.
Yes,
Right?
yes, yes,
But
yes.
before all that, that's the boys' orphanage. And the boys got, you scare me. They're coming right next to you on that one there. And the boys' orphanage, those boys are getting everything that the girls got, but these are boys. And when that last Great Fire, 1794, came through, 5 boys do die of smoke inhalation. So they're not just running up and down the halls. They're knocking on every door. They're not making it look like you peed your bed. They're getting the lizards and the bugs. They'll make your sheets and let your toes touch them. And ladies, you're unmentionable, not untouchable. These are bloomer boys. They're unpacking for you going, how do they use these? Is this a hanky? What are they doing with this? Now, there was a young couple that stayed right there on the very top corner one there. And this is ancient history, okay? This is when we used to take in our films, so like 1990. You know, ancient history. And finally, 3 months later, they're getting around to develop, get their film up there. They're going through and they're like, well, it's like, what the hell is this? It's a picture of them sleeping in bed. It's not from the foot of their bed. It's from 15 feet above. One of these young boys is very mechanical. He learned how to use their camera. Gave them an extra souvenir. Oh yeah, they almost got sued for that. And since this day, because of these boys are still being so mischievous, we go ahead and we don't allow children to stay there. Now, I did talk to you a little bit about this one here. A lot of people ask me my experience with ghosts. Do I believe in ghosts? All those things like that. Make sure these people can get through. On that one there, I do live behind Andrew Jackson. I do live back there. And I do have one of the young boys do come forward. I do have experience with one of them. I do have an electric trash can, one of those fancy ones, motion detector. A couple times a month, 2 or 3 in the morning, starts going up and down, up and down. I'll say, Arnon, stop. It stops. My mama comes in, she says, baby, your battery's low. I said, no, Mama, before you come in, I change batteries. I clean that before you come in, Mama. Next morning, she wakes me up and says, yeah, you might get the move. That works. And I did talk to one of our gentlemen here. If any of you do have TikTok, look up the Andrew Jackson Hotel, New Orleans. Not this last April, but April before. They did get a picture of 2 of the boys by the back brick wall. Amazing picture. We're going to cross the street now, so I can show you where that gate was. But there was a very good picture of the 2 of the boys, Arnaud and his friend.
Wow.
Let's go ahead and cross the street. I was saying, you guys see the corn here.
This is beautiful.
This is for sale. It has 14 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms.
Wow.
5.2 million.
5.2 million, y'all.
That's it?
Uh-oh, my bad. Sorry.
Good.
Look at the corn. Y'all see the corn on the fence? The corn.
Originally, mirrors were not all backed by silver. In fact, only the most expensive
Wow.
mirrors were. Other mirrors were backed by tin or mercury.
So beautiful. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we are at the Andrew Jackson Hotel, y'all. We are at the Andrew Jackson Hotel. What you say? What you say?
Yeah, so right through here, go ahead and look through there. And the very back of the wall is where the TikTok is. You see, is the Terry back there? That's my house. For real, so this is where I live. I live back here.
Oh, that's a big old.
Yeah, that's a big old palmetto bug, yeah. I walk all the way, I walk about half block back because I'm in the kitchen. And so
Wow.
the kitchen away, this would have been the main house. So I'm in the kitchen. Yeah, behind this one, half a block down. Yeah, so I live in the slave quarters half a block down.
Wow.
sure? You're just doing for our people to
Now, if you all came here and realized you don't have
I will never
all
let
that
that
enough, or you got some special, you got
I
some
would like
Burning
to-
Man, EDM, things like that, here is your store, no rules. Best store to get all those fashions, go to the back, that's where the boob stuff is. It is men and women size inclusive.
You can pull that off. Do you think I could pull that off? Yeah, pull that off.
Oh, loud. Oh,
I
loud.
don't think I could pull that off. I don't think I could fill it out quite like a mannequin. But whatever you want, honey.
Oh, gosh. This is, oh my, look at all the ferns, y'all. Look at all the ferns. That is so pretty. So pretty. I hope y'all are enjoying this, you guys. I am. Everybody touring. Everybody touring, y'all.
Okay, y'all doing good still? We got about 2 more blocks, okay?
Yes,
You guys
ma'am.
are doing it. We can do this. Try not to make a death march. You okay, honey? Okay. All right, my original fans. Marcel's. In fact, the opening scene is right through there. That's the opening fountain. My non-original fans, school behind you. School behind you, last school we've had here in the French Quarter. We've had school in the French Quarter since 1727, when the
Wow.
Ursuline nuns opened up the first girls' Catholic school. 2 years ago, they closed the school down. We were very sad. We were 3 years from having school here for 300 years. 2 months ago, we won against the Condo Society. We're making this a school again.
Oh, yeah.
And we're also bringing the French language back here. This is going to be a French immersion school. Now, this school, the late great Richard Simmons went to this school. Yeah, you know, went to the oldies guy. And if you know who Richard Simmons is, that explains a lot about him. Now you know he came
Yep.
from New Orleans on that.
Yep.
one. Yeah, so now when you come back, we should have kids again here. Because here in the French Quarter, we only have 55 children from 0 to 18. We are very residential up as where we are going once we cross the St. Philip. We're now going to the residential, so we hope to bring up and get kids back here.
Okay.
And make us a neighborhood again.
All right. Freaking, I'll let y'all know. I'll let you know the tour group's name. Oh Lord, I ask her.
That tree flush, that's what can't be put with the story like that. All right, make sure y'all come forward. Now, before we talk
Oh,
about
wow.
what you're all freaking out about, I do want to let you know Elvis Presley did sing Crawfish from that middle gallery right there. It's the last movie he did before doing King Creole. He did before going to the army. And if you look up on YouTube, King Creole, that is the opening scene. You can see this whole area in the late 50s. Well, let's talk about what's behind me, what y'all looking at here. Yeah.
What is going on?
The skeleton, he probably didn't have enough storage. But the guy on the end, right before Christmas, he goes ahead and he includes them into our folklore. Because here, everyone in them immigrated, the English, the Irish, the Italians, the German, they bring their folklore. Germans bring Krampus with them. Now Krampus, he comes a little bit forward. He comes during this time, and what Krampus is, he goes ahead and decorates them. He puts claws on him, horns, fur, teeth. Because our children aren't afraid if they're bad around Christmas, if Santa Claus puts a piece of coal in their stocking. If our kids are bad, we call Krampus on them. Krampus comes into their house, pulls them out of their bed, sticks them in a bag, takes them to the swamps, and sucks their bones dry. And just to make sure our children are well behaved, we have a Krampus parade about a week before Christmas.
Oh, Lord.
300 of us dress up as Krampus, and we tell the kids one is real.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
be careful.
No.
These are little New Orleans, 'cause they grew up with
No.
the werewolves, you know. They grew up with vampires and witches, and these are little Catholic kids. They got a 4-hour sermon in front of them. We got to do something to keep them good.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, bring your children.
Wow. Boy, man, you would have cried like a baby, boy. Ooh, wee. You would have cried like a baby.
I don't know you.
If you would have been standing down here,
I don't know you.
baby, ooh, wee.
Who are you?
Oh, thank you, let them. Hey, Chihuahua. I think, are we at the LaLaurie Mansion? I think we're at the LaLaurie Mansion, y'all. Ooh. Like, ain't this a LaLaurie Mansion? Huh? Yes. I think so. I think so.
We got this story and one more. We all good. Try to get some train winds that come up on this side. Try to get a little bit of air for us. Are y'all coming this way? Are you out? Oh, okay, no worries. No worries. I'll just check in, make sure the ghosts aren't getting you. Okay, so we will be going back over this way. You see the house there on the corner? That's Klaus's house, all my original people. So I will go ahead and you guys will stop there and let you all take a picture of Klaus's house. But this story here, do you see the house down there that has that black and gold placard standing right there? Yeah, with all the lights right there. We're not going to go all the way down for that. That's going to be your homework to go down there and take it. This is supposed to be family friendly, but we don't have no children on it, so I'm going to go ahead and tell the story. All okay on this?
Yes.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, let's do this. Yeah. Now that house there, when it was original, very, very famous song written about that house. There is a house in New Orleans I call the Rising Sun. Yep. That is the house of the Rising Sun. You all know that song, right?
Yep. I don't know it.
Who knows that song? There is a house in New Orleans I call the Rising Sun. That's all you get.
Okay.
I was out there with Serena playing the guitar. Look it up. It's a very good song. And that song there was written, it's called The House of the Rising Sun because all these brothels and gambling halls to be open until the rising sun. Now, we did have some legalized prostitution up in Storyville. If you want to see more about that, we do have a new museum that open. It is over 21, so they do hit the subject matter appropriately. There's holograms, there's the books that you can go ahead and look and see about the girls. Because the girls up in Storyville, those brothels were specialized. If you like the opera, you go ahead and go to the opera house. Just sing to you and then take you upstairs. I'm sure the circus one was very popular on that one there. But that did stop the brothels out here in New Orleans. That whole not in my backyard, so we did have brothels here. But the brothels out here, these girls were not being well looked for. These ones here, the average life expectancy of a girl going into a brothel out here, 4 years.
Wow.
Because of the violence of the men and refused to stay brothels. Oh my God. Except for the House of the Rising Sun. There it said that the madam looked out for her girls. So the way that the rumor went was that there was a young man and girl.
Okay.
She's entertaining him. For whatever reason, he starts getting a little sloppy with her. She runs downstairs, finds the madam. Here he comes following her. I paid for her pin on his pants. She can't do that. Madam says, listen, she's new. She told me what happened. Tell you what, go get a drink at the bar. Go out into the backyard. I'll send out 2 girls. So he does that. 2 girls come out, 2 more girls. Pretty soon there's 8 girls out there. He's like, oh, I'm going to complain all the time. How's this work? She says, don't worry. The madam will be out. Madam comes out, has the young girl with her and says, is this the man? She looks down, says, yes, ma'am. Madam raises 2 fingers. They jump him and beat him to death. Taking his gold watch, taking his gold teeth, and taking his wallet. We think that this is the rumor to keep the girls safe over there. Until 1940, we start putting in the plumbing. We find the grave of said man, empty wallet on his chest, and the graves of 2 more men. Must have taken her 3 times to get that story fully going through. But that is called Villa Cabildo, and it is a hotel. They say the madam's still there, as it goes. Look it out. So if you don't think your partner's right, you take him over there. You might get a little trip at the top of the stairs or a little pushy. Now if he happens, or she happens to be the right one, a little touch on the tushy on her way up. And that was a very old song. It was written in the 1800s. It's written in a woman's voice. And so when the animals recovered it, It's because it's public domain. It's like happy birthday, anybody can do it. Animals changed the words to a ruin a mini poor boy. Now that you know it's a woman's song, re-sing it as a ruin a mini poor girl. My mother sewed my new blue dress. Now that you know it's a brothel, that makes a lot more sense.
Yes.
All right, guys, you're gonna go this way, and anybody that wanted thousands of houses pictures, that's the one right there with the red door. That is Cops.
Okay, I guess to thank the LaLaurie Mansion. Is this not it? Is this not the LaLaurie Mansion?
Died in 1897. He's been leading people astray.
Astray.
Are we going to the LaLaurie Mansion? Okay.
Anybody here watch Candyman 2?
Yep.
Yep, that's the bookstore for Candyman 2. That's the opening scene for Candyman 2. Candyman 2 is the original origin story of Candyman. He was an enslaved man, fell in love with a white woman. Of course, horror series, because they go ahead and torture him again, a whole series. Wow. So many things. We're going to get busy here, guys. Thanks, Eddie.
So we are here at the LaLaurie Mansion. We are a little bit far from it because this is a spot where every single one of the city stops.
So modern telling the story, modern legend, guys. I don't put any credibility in it. I think most of bullshit. They talk about.
Oh, we're going to the LaLaurie Mansion. We're going to the LaLaurie Mansion, y'all.
This is the part I said I might have to say, look at this house. Look at this green colored house right here. We are going to talk about it a little bit, but we do need to move on a little bit further because we're right in the middle of this, but I want you to see that.
Oh, this it right here. This it right here. This it right here. This is it right here. Yes, indeed.
He pushes him to the ground.
Treat her good, man.
Oh, we will.
Her good. All right.
This is the LaLaurie Mansion. We didn't stop. Well, hold up. We didn't stop. We didn't stop. Okay.
She got big eyes.
Yeah.
She ready.
Yep.
She's trying to make you a ghost?
Don't take me to that.
All right, come forward, come forward. You see there's a lot of people here. There's going to be a lot of people. Get on here. Okay, we have made it to our last story. Woo, it's so hot out here, right? So we made it to our last story, and I'm sorry I have to do this. It's the way the world is now. I'm going to be real quick about it, okay? Please give me 5 stars on TripAdvisor. If you do not know how, ask somebody younger. Otherwise, I'm old. I take gratuity. But I learned Venmo and Cash App. If you did have a problem with this tour, write that down on a $20 bill. I'll give it to somebody to carry. But this is our last story. Okay, who here watched the series Interview with the Vampire? The series?
I did.
Series. Okay. So that green colored house I showed you, that is what we used for Lestat's house. We did film extensively inside, and you can tour that house. You can see all that. Now, those of you that didn't watch the series is the sequel to the movie with Brad Pitt. It's the same reporter. He's an old man now, dying of Parkinson's. And he says that now that you're old, you got some history underneath you, he interviews the same vampire. Let me tell you the actual story. on that one there. And I think all you agree that did watch it, the first episode's trash. Yeah, y'all agree? Yeah. So when you all go to watch it, they'll say, what were those people thinking about? Get through the first episode. Last 10 minutes is going to hook you, okay? All right, now here's the question that I hope you all raise your hand. Who watched American Horror Story The Coven?
Yep, me.
Yeah, all you. Yeah? That green colored house, that is what we used for the LaLaurie Mansion. That is what the LaLaurie Mansion looked like in 1834. The LaLaurie Mansion itself is one of the most haunted places in the United States. I've seen it top 5 in the world. Most of the time, though, it's about top 20 in the world. But the LaLaurie Mansion itself, big gray monstrosity right there. That is the LaLaurie Mansion.
Wow.
Yep, that big gray one. That big gray one here. That's the LaLaurie Mansion. Now, they did film the American Horror Story because the LaLaurie Mansion used to look like that green colored one in 1834. That is what the LaLaurie Mansion did look like. So I'm going to explain to you why that no longer looks like that one and what makes it the most haunted. It starts with a young Irish girl, Marie Delphine McCarthy. And she lives on a plantation and is 13 years old. Well, we know at 13 what that means, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's time to get married. And Daddy finds her a proper gentleman. He's 40. Yeah, but you know, he works for the crown. She works for the King of Spain. So they get married, they do have a child, but they find out that this marriage is illegal. And not because of the age difference, because he didn't get permission from the king. So they summon the whole small family back there. They meet the king. She's young, she's beautiful, she's got a baby. They say, okay, we'll make this legal. But his penalty, he has to stay back in Spain for 2 months. In the 2 months, he's sailing back across, huge storm at sea, lost at sea. Now, Delphine's about 18 years old. She's here in the city with a baby. And for a woman at that age, she had to be married to be able to do anything. Nobody wanted to marry her. She's mean. She's not a nice person. But there's a lawyer in town. He's like, I deal with those scrupulous people all the time. I'll take a shot at her. Young, beautiful, and rich? All right. They get a big old house on the other side of the cathedral. There they have 3 children. And some of the best parties that New Orleans has seen to this day. They say it's like having Gordon Ramsay in your kitchen and Bruno Mars at your piano.
Wow.
These are good house parties. But then in the course of this, he realizes she's not just mean. She's evil. She's a total heinous, sadistic person. Remember that code Noir we talked about how we govern our enslaved?
Mm-hmm.
Main chapter here is how we punish. Here in the city of New Orleans, we don't allow whipping, we don't allow branding, we don't allow any of those inhumane punishments that she learned on the plantation, and she's doing those and even worse. Other enslaved owners are telling her she's going too far. Another enslaved owner says you're going too far. You're going too far. When he passes away, nobody wants to marry her. They know what she's about. But she's risen, wealth and power, doesn't have to get married right away. Single for about 10 years. And then the young Dr. Leonard LaLaurie comes riding into town. And he's a bone doctor, chiropractor. And her daughter goes, Mama, I got this little kink in my neck. Can I go see the bone doctor? They go see the bone doctor. Daughter gets fixed. Delphine, she's still beautiful. Just some of her little southern charms. I like to say that she's the first cougar. Because he's substantially younger than her, almost 2 decades. She gets pregnant out of wedlock. No baby daddies back then. Guess who gets to marry her? And he realizes, I screwed up. Oh God, did I screw up? And she don't want the big house down there anymore. She makes him buy the house that looks just like that green colored one. That's a carbon copy right here on the corner. They see it's like not so many businesses up here. Yeah, not so many people watching what she's doing in there. And once he gets her set up there, yeah, finds every reason to go doctor anywhere else. Oh, they need me in Mobile this week. They need me in Biloxi. Now, during this time, she has a young enslaved child named Leah. Leah's anywhere between the ages of 12 and 8. As an enslaved child, she's sent up to the second floor to brush out Delphine's hair. As she's brushing out Delphine's hair, she hits a tangle, snag. Delphine flies into one of her rages. And being that she started living here, she started carrying a bullwhip on her hip.
Oh,
she
wow.
whips that bullwhip off and starts whipping this little girl.
Oh,
She goes,
wow.
I can't wait till I get you to the attic. We're going to play all the fun games with you, Leah. Just wait. Leah's so scared, she doesn't want to go up to the attic. Because from the attic, she's heard the sound of screaming. She's heard the sound of whips, chains, sounds that don't even sound human anymore. Along with the sound of Delphine laughing hysterically. She's so scared about being sent up, she does try to escape by climbing down the balcony. Unfortunately, she loses her footing, and she does lose her life.
Wow.
But we have lost. We take Delphine to court, and we find her guilty for the death of Leah. But she's rich and powerful. Slap on the wrist, find her $300, about the cost of one of her dresses, and take away all her enslaved. Woo! That made her mad. She spends all night long writing out the description, gives her friends and family money. They go down to the French market, and there they buy back every single one of these poor souls.
Oh, my
Marches
gosh.
them back into the front of the building and says, my name is the Madame Delphine LaLaurie. And I do not care about the laws that the city of New Orleans chooses to impose upon me. And you damn will be coming to my parties. And that's exactly what happens. Even with a court case going on, people don't want to give up that party invite. It's April 10th, 1834. She is preparing for one of her bigger parties. How do we know? It's Tuesday. Yeah, she started on Tuesday. Plus her husband's in town, probably looking for someone a little younger at his own house party. And during this time, she has a 70-year-old cook that she is chained by the ankle to the stove for the last 3 years. This woman has not left more than 5 feet away from the stove.
What?
This is where she eats, this is where she sleeps, this is where she lives. At 70, her hearing's going, her eyesight's going. She's afraid this is the party. She messes up, she gets sent up to the attic. She don't want to go to the attic either, so she starts a fire in the kitchen. Y'all know where the kitchen was. And y'all know we scared of fire. I've been talking about fire this whole entire tour. People of New Orleans come running, they go around the corner. There they see Delphine, her 2 daughters, and her husband loading up the carriageway. Delphine's dresses, Delphine's artwork, all Delphine stuff. Hightails it down Governor Nichols here, makes it across Lake Pontchartrain, makes it all the way to Paris. There, years later, at age 63, she passes away peacefully in her sleep, surrounded by friends and family.
Wow.
We're not talking about her no more. We're talking about what made this a hot house. People come around, they see her taking up, they come around, they start putting out the fire, start unchaining old women start screaming, I don't care about my life, I don't care about me. Please get to the attic, the people are in the attic. They make their way up to the attic, and there they find 7 souls strapped to the wall.
Oh,
They have been
wow.
whipped so much that they have maggots crawling out of their
Oh, my
The
gosh.
other people up there, I'm not going to get into detail. If you look it up, be forewarned. It makes the Saw trilogy look like a PG movie. What I can tell you they did find, they found a jar of 37 left ears. What they did find, the people that should have been living there. They said at one point she owned over 100 different people, never sold one. These people are gone. They're missing. As if they've never walked their earth. The citizens of New Orleans, now realizing what they have done for a party invite, come up and they tear the house down with their bare hands. The house that looked like the green colored one, they pull down the walls, they pull up the floorboards looking for remnants of these people. They find little to none. House is destroyed. That's a good piece of property. Right here in the French Quarter on the corner, they built that house. You see, that house doesn't look nothing like that other house. It doesn't have an attic. But still to this day, we still hear the sounds of whips, chains, people screaming, and we still hear the sound of Delphine laughing. Because even though she died in Paris, her family spirited her body back here, buried her in the family crypt, and brought Delphine LaLaurie right back here.
Oh,
It became a
gosh.
music school at one point. Little girls would crawl into their beds. A woman would creep into their bed chamber, put her hands up under their covers, and scratch their bodies.
What?
When it gets closed down, nobody knows who this woman is. It becomes tenement housing, low-income housing. An African-American gentleman gets placed there. He's like, I can't live there. Well, this is evil. Something will happen to me. They're like, you old drunk. Just give up on bourbon. You'll be fine. He wasn't fine. Within a month of him moving in, he's found brutally murdered in his apartment. Doors and windows locked from the inside. Signs of whip marks he could not have self-inflicted. Who
Wow.
gets it then? Nicolas Cage, that Scooby-Doo. And when he gets it, biggest ghost in the United States comes and haunts him. The IRS. IRS does take it for $10 million. He's like, wait, why is this happening? I'm an A-lister. He said, don't die or go crazy here. You'll be financial destruction. He's like, whoa, well, how do I stop that? There's no way you gotta die. We buried next to Marie Laveau. We all know he's not dead. But he built himself a $5 million pyramid crib, found
Yes.
national treasure, took his career, and just whoop, popped it right on in there.
Yep.
Now, this house used to be owned by a wealthy oil tycoon. He would only come for parties. He decided he didn't want to build here. And I don't know if you see, look at all of his turbos. We don't hang out there. We don't play with that house. Us locals, we don't play at all with that house there. He decided he's gone. He tried to sell it. He sold it 6 months ago. $10.25 million.
Wow.
The sale didn't go through. He sold it for $9 million. That sale didn't go through. He sold it for $6.25 million, fully furnished. That sale went through. He sold it to the man that owns the Lizzie Borden house.
Oh,
Lizzie
wow.
Borden had an axe, gave her father 40 whacks. When she seen what she had done, she gave her mother 41.
Oh,
So
my
that
God.
man owns that creepy house, and that creepy house has been new. But what that all gave you, it gave you real estate photos. You can now see inside that house. Modern Gothic. There, look up 1140 Royal. That's the address. It has red lacquered bedroom, red lacquered ceiling, black floor. There's a black bathroom in there. So if you guys want to come, like I said, we're all scared. We don't come. She was saying that she would go up to the attic about 1 in the morning. She couldn't sleep, and so she would make her way up there. And they say if you come out 1 in the morning, go down there and look up, you just might see and hear her laughing, making her way up that spiral staircase. Thing is, no spiral staircase on that house, but there was one that looked like the other one. And that, folks, is Ghost of New Orleans. Thank you all for being on my tour.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't want to leave you here with a hot house. Say bye-bye. See y'all later. Richmond Street is a 6-minute walk that way. To get back to the store, 2 blocks down, 2 blocks over. Get to the oldest bar in America, Lafitte's. 2 blocks down, 1 block over.
All righty.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I also got review cards. If anything new
Yes.
And
This is
Thank you.
her
Thank you.
card, y'all.
Thank you. Anything
Legendary.
Yep, book card. Oh, the same people's?
Legendary New Orleans walking tour. Truly travels.
Uh-huh. And then that's where my review is. Put some of his pictures. I'd love to see them. I have to. My son's has shown. Hey, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you.
What's your cash?
Oh, fine. Hang on.
Here you go. I got some cash
Thank you so
for
much.
you.
I appreciate it. What's the YouTube on?
I'm gonna have to pull it up for you.
We'll see.
Yeah. Let me get off here, you guys.
All right, first I'll
I
do the
love you
cash app.
all. I'll see y'all later. Bye, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It was awesome. All right. Bye. Love y'all.